What's up? Glad that you're watching this YouTube. I appreciate everybody who's listening to me. I'm Andre Styles, if you didn't already know, and all I want to do is inspire you. I got a great story today. Today I actually want to talk about the 1%. The 1%. I'm not even gonna waste your time. So the 1%, I think about like the people who rule the world, own everything, conspiracy theories, all that good stuff. So I actually want to put the 1% into perspective. I did a little bit of math here and I wanted to share it because it actually makes a lot of sense. How could somebody become 1%? I got some notes here. So I did the math, and the population of the world, let's ask Siri what the population is of the world. Hey Siri, what is the population of the world?
In 2018, the population of Earth was 7,655,957,369.
That's a really big number. You can see it here, I think. Boom. I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully you can see that. But 7,000,000,006,000,000 blah blah blah. That's a lot of people. And that was recorded in 2018. So 2019 just rounded it up, 8 billion people, which is a lot of people. Now, if we're looking at the 1% of the people in the world who run the world, what is 1% of 8 billion people, right? So 1% of 8 billion people is 80 million. Think of that. 80 million. So the 1% of the world is 80 million people. So if it's 80 million people, that's a lot of people. I mean, like when I thought about the 1%, I thought maybe like 100,000 people, like a small city of people who just like do whatever they want. I don't know. I didn't think it would be 80 million people, right? Well, that's a lot of people. I mean, what 1% of that? 1% of, matter of fact, I'm from Minnesota. If you're watching this and you're from Minnesota, let's find out what the population of just Minnesota is. Hey Siri, what is the population of Minnesota?
As of 2018, the population of Minnesota was 5,679,718.
So, population of Minnesota, 2018, if you can see right there, I don't know if you can see that, but it's 5,600,000, blah, blah, blah. 6 million, whatever. 6 million. Let's say it's 6 million. Let's round up to 2019. That was recorded 2018. 6 million people in Minnesota, this whole state. So if 1% of a billion is 80 million, that means literally the whole Minnesota could be 1%ers. And another whole Minnesota could be 1%ers. And another, and another, and another, and another, and another, and another. I mean, do I really got to keep going? The 1% is obtainable. And it makes sense because all the people who, are in this 1% group, or if they got that much money, it doesn't matter. That's not the point. But the point is, it makes sense that they have the most money. They run the world because 80 million people with a lot of finances, they probably make a lot of business work. They probably own a lot of business. So another thing I wanted to put into perspective, not only is being one extra person into the 80 million very possible, but look at it like this. If you are a part of the 80 million people, right, which is a lot, you got to think, what would define you enough to be put in that category? If there are 80 million people who have made it into this wealthy place or this place of financial freedom, whatever success looks like to you, whatever the 1% looks like to you, if 80 million people have made it to that point, then there's no reason you can't either. The whole Minnesota, where I'm from, could be in that population of the 1%, in the whole state that you're from too, wherever you're from. So really think about that. And what makes a difference between you and somebody who's probably in that criteria is your discipline and how hard you're willing to work. So the whole reason of me making this YouTube video is really because I want to put into perspective that becoming like successful or being in a 1% criteria is very possible. It's very possible. I just thought that was cool. Hopefully that motivates you to not give up on your dream. Keep going, keep trying, because you can make it. Everybody who doesn't make it are going to be the people who doubted you or weren't disciplined enough for them to keep going. So just because somebody else wants to slow you down doesn't mean you have to slow down. Put them boundaries up. Make sure you keep your energy, because you're going to need it. If you like this video and you thought it was insightful, please go ahead and leave a comment down there and subscribe so I can inspire you more. I also got stuff up on the podcast, AMB Forum Podcast. I just released another video or episode, and that's up right now. So go ahead and check that out. Thank you for listening to this, and subscribe so you can listen to more. See you.